Hey, yo, fellowshippers, what up? Welcome to the Fellowship Hall with the Twins of Rap. I am Rap, a.k.a. Big Hamm, a.k.a. the smartest one in the room. I'm back with my fellas. Twin number one, Keith. And twin number two, Ken. Fellas, what it do, baby?
What's up, fellowship? It's your boy Ken, aka the Odd Man Out. Join us as we review Snowfall today.
What's up, fellowship? It's your boy, the moderator, Keith. You know me. I know you. Let's go ahead and hop into Snowfall, where we talking about our boy Franklin Saint and his drug game or real estate business. Which is it? We don't know. I think we do know, but I guess they want the public to know it's the real estate. So, Big Hamm, go ahead and kick it off. Snowfall, episode 3.
All right, man. Hey, I enjoy Snowfall. I don't know if I'm biased. It's just one of my favorites, man. I enjoy it. Now, Franklin, he got to step up with this thing with Teddy, man. He can't keep bending over and let Teddy spank him, man. I feel like Teddy just spanking him and spanking him and spanking him. Like, nah, man. I agreed to do for a price.
Doesn't matter.
That dude is gone.
The price on the street that went down. You try to get this stuff moved to fund your war. Do you want it moved or not? I need you to honor my price I made with dude.
Teddy was 100% right. Wait a minute. Teddy was 100% right. The price wasn't the problem. What he was selling it to Louie and Jerome is the problem. Facts.
Teddy may be right, but that was the deal that was made for Teddy decided to come back into the game, man. That was the deal that was made.
When Teddy came
that was
back.
The deal that was made. And then you see how Skully was about the deal, right? You saw what Skully said about the deal. No, y'all told me a price. That's what the price gonna be.
Well,
things change.
Not only
above
that,
our head. That's what Louis said.
You can't go to Walmart. You can't go to Walmart and tell them to charge you what Target charge you.
Man, Walmart's a legitimate business, man. This is all this stuff is completely criminal stuff we talking about here, man.
You still gotta have honor among thieves, right? That's the code.
Yeah.
Man, listen, there was a deal made, and Teddy broke the deal. And you gotta understand that this whole thing is done to fund a war. It's supposed to be an illegal war to begin with.
Mm.
All right. So, hey, you need to play ball with me, Franklin. Franklin has leverage. You know what I'm saying? And then not only that, he let Teddy get in his head, and then he go back and get crooked with his people.
Teddy was telling the truth, man.
And Franklin knew it.
Yeah,
Franklin knew it.
That's
but
the
listen,
thing, right?
Franklin
he knew it.
Listen, Frank, they already have broken away from him. They already have broken away from him. They got their own stuff. That's already been done. It's already been done. The price and everything has already been agreed to. Now the next drop is different. This particular drop, that was a price that was agreed to. He should have stepped on Teddy and made sure he got it for what he paid, what he said he was gonna pay for.
How are you gonna make Teddy give it to you for the price you want to pay? There's no way. That just can freeze your product off. I understand you being upset, Big Hamm, but there's no way for him to make Teddy take the money.
Right.
Or you rob him.
I thought I discussed last week.
Let's let him
comments.
You rob him, or you kill him.
Go ahead and finish your reaction, bro.
All right.
I'm tired of it.
What's wrong with this dude, man?
Man.
But I mean, we all love Franklin. We ride for him, but Teddy is spanking him right now. He's spanking him. You got to give credit to Louie and Jerome for how they worked out the whole Skully thing. It worked out well for them. I was kind of upset because I did want Skully dead. And it was crazy that I remember Ken hated Skully last season because he said those blasphemous things in that first episode. Yes. And now Skully is coming around quote scriptures like he Joel Osteen or somebody.
180.
Yeah, it's been a 180. And so but we always say, man, Skully has an intuition. You know what I'm saying? When he went in there to that psychic's house, he knew something was up immediately.
Yeah.
And then he knew, and then when Louie and Jerome came to visit, he knew something was going on there, man. That dude has crazy intuition. And and I know he's supposed to be some type of villain, but I like that dude, man. I like him. But man, it was a good episode. I was excited, man. I just love Snowfall, man. I
Snowfall
was
was good.
excited about it. I'm anxious to see how Louie and Jerome are gonna answer to the demands that Franklin made. So I'm interested to see that. I'm interested to see how this little tense dynamic relationship between Teddy and Franklin is. Franklin, he in the middle of the drop, he realized Teddy was somewhere while
Teddy
the
was
drop was
listening.
going on. He
Smart old
realized he
Smart,
Teddy.
was
man.
listening.
That's what I like about Franklin.
He's
Yeah,
smart,
he's
and
smart.
then he came back to the spot and when he found out
Checked it
exactly where
out.
he was posted up at.
Mm-hmm.
So man, Franklin, man, he gets spanked, but he's still making some good moves around the edges. But
Yeah.
it's time for him to go ahead and I mean, I'm upset. I'm upset that he know that dude killed his pops. I'm
Got
upset
to.
that he know, and at some point in time, he just gotta go ahead and avenge that, man. But another
But
good
he said Alton
episode to
ball
me,
on
man.
himself.
I enjoyed it,
He
man. I
did
enjoyed
bring it
the
on
episode.
himself.
Yeah.
Alton brought
He
on himself,
brought it
man.
on.
He was
I
on our
know
Got to
that.
Go list constantly last week, and we wanted him gone.
Last season.
Last
I know
season,
that.
last pod review,
I
last
know
season
that.
pod.
I know that, but it still happened. It still happened, and we had him on the Gots to Go, and he got to go. He went. He went to Cuba. It was probing over. Teddy was there. Teddy
Brutally
Got to
wasn't
go.
supposed
off,
to play.
Brutally
got to
murdered.
It was
fly
supposed.
away,
Brutally
brutally
murdered.
murdered. Those your
Brutally murdered.
words.
Yeah.
That's true.
Don't
That's
Not a
change
true.
it, Big Hamm.
vacation.
But
Not a
Don't
vacation.
it
change it, Big
happened.
Hamm.
It happened. And I still feel like, man, and then it'll be different if Franklin didn't feel away, but Franklin feel away about it.
He
He
shouldn't.
feel away about it.
He
He
shouldn't.
do, he try to play like he don't care, but he feel away about it. So if you feel away about it, then go ahead and feel away about it. But like I said, good reaction. Good show. I enjoyed it. I always enjoy it. Where there's a lot going on, where there's little going on. And I thought it was another good episode.
Okay, you want to go?
Okay. So Big Ham made a poetic line at the end of his reaction. He said he likes the show. It's a good show, whether a little going on or whether a lot going on. In this episode, only a little was going on. I mean, say what you
This
want.
dude,
He
he
can
turned
roll
into a
his
broken
eyes,
record.
man. He
I don't
can
know
roll
what he
his
want.
eyes, man, but
This
nothing
man,
happened.
hey, Keith, this
He
man want
always
every
said nothing
episode to be
happened, man.
Fast Five.
I do.
This man,
I do.
we not watching Fast and the Furious. we ain't trying to run no cars out of spaceships and
What happened though, man?
and burn rubber on the moon.
What you talking about? Franklin talked to Alton about. I mean, Franklin talked to Teddy about Alton. Franklin realized
Nothing
that
came
Teddy's
out of that.
doing.
And nothing came out
Go
of
ahead
it.
with your
Yeah,
reaction.
let me go with my reaction now if
Yeah.
if I can finish.
Yeah,
This,
do it quick,
him.
please.
What'd you say?
Do it quick, please.
Well, I'm gonna do it in my own time if you let me continue. It's nothing happened, man. Veronique is a dead end line. It's nothing happening there. I don't even know why she is in this week episode. I think she was only there in the office when they were talking about what was going on. Frank didn't even tell the whole story. Bringing back those two girls that reportedly work for
Thing one
Khadijah
and
and
thing
then
two.
flip thing one and thing two. Pointless. Even the cop
They've
man
been there the whole time.
in Louis' office making something that looked like just raw ground meat, the way he ground beef, the way he was stirring it, or
refried
ground
beans
turkey.
or
Look like
something.
I don't know what that
jambalaya or something.
was.
No, I didn't like
No,
jambalaya.
it looked like it was
It
uncooked.
was clumpy.
Yeah, clumpy, like some ground turkey. Another dead end storyline, man. It's a lot of dead end stuff going on, and then Leon is barely on there. Louie and Jerome there, but they look like Louie is the one that want to pull away from Franklin. Jerome is Switzerland. Jerome is okay being with Franklin, but he's trying to please his wife, which you can fall into those situations often. And when you in a relationship with somebody, you don't always agree with everything your significant other may want, but you got to ride for him. That's what Jerome doing. But at the gas station, you saw the look on his face when Franklin like, y'all need to be back with me, and Jerome kind of like, and we kind of do. I don't know, man. I'm sorry, but it's nothing really happening. Like the whole Reed thing, Franklin sniffing that out, that was cool. I like that a lot. Gustavo's not even doing anything in the shows thus far, man. It's like the main characters that we have grown to respect and want to see. They don't have a real storyline. So far, it's only 3 episodes in. I understand that. Franklin killed Rob. That was a big thing. In this episode, I don't think. Oh, the dude died, but Louie and Jerome flipped on him and supported Skully. I saw no reason for Skully to be introduced back, man. I'm sorry. That bothered me for Skully to be back.
The most interesting character on the show.
I don't know about that, but Skully is Jerome and Louis' buy-in partner. I mean,
I know, man,
partner,
but it was
his
just
client.
It didn't do anything for me to see Skully coming back, man. Skully cut the ear off of one of his dudes when Jerome and Louie were the one that bagged out of the deal. That didn't even make sense. And what was up the cats that were naked with the scriptures down in the area that they were about to die?
They had
I don't know,
Judas and
man.
two criminals.
It's
That dude
crazy,
wild,
man. It's crazy, man. Like I saw no need for Skully to be introduced back, man. It was last season, man, was fire with Skully and the whole Man Boy. Skully was on our Got to Go list every week. Man Boy was on our Got to Go list every week. And now Man Boy is gone, and they've ended the whole feud. I don't really see a need for Skully to be back. He could be still alive buying a product, but there's no reason for him to be introduced. I'm sorry, man. It is what it is. It was an okay episode. I love Snowfall, but to me, they starting to lose me because our main characters nothing really going on. Lose. I'm sorry, lose is a strong word, but
man,
nothing's
you
going on with the main
wildin', bro.
characters, man. Hey, I'm just telling my truth.
Man, every
I
episode
disagree,
ain't gonna be a
man.
firefight, bro. I don't know what you expect.
I expect content.
All right, can I go now?
Go
I
ahead,
guess.
man.
Thankfully, I thought it was a. I thought
Thankfully.
it was. Yeah, thankfully, I thought
Settle
because
down, man.
both of y'all reactions to me weren't that good. Raph is
This
going
man think
crazy.
he
All
a
right,
critic.
so man, fellow siblings, we're about to
Raph is
start our
going.
Gots to Go section. And our Gots to Go segment
Raph, be
is
quiet.
one of our
Raph,
favorites. And
Raph
that's
was
our
tripping.
segment where that's our
Raph
segment
was.
where we take all our people who are making things hard for our criminal protagonists from 3 to 1. Our most got to go is number 1. That's where people they gotta be off, they gotta be brutally off. They gotta be murdered off the show. Because they're making things hard for our criminal protagonists.
Are we
With the
doing
Franklin
this?
Saint and the Franklin Saint
Get your
organization.
reaction in
So
after
from
this.
3 to 1, our Gots to Go.
Who you want to go first? I'll go
You go
first.
first. You
Yeah,
go
I go
first.
first. I go first. And before I give the guys to go list, I will give my reaction. So Rav's reaction was trash to me because he's caught up on Teddy telling Franklin the right thing to do, and then Franklin honestly recognizing that. So Rav mad about that. Ken's talking about. Oh, let me say it. Ken's reaction was trash to me because he's talking about ain't nothing happening on the show when stuff is happening on
With
the
the
show,
main
man.
characters, man, I explained it. The main characters don't have a storyline. The storyline they trying to pitch are dead ends.
They involve the main characters though,
You
man.
wrong,
Like,
kid.
yeah,
You
you're
wrong.
wrong. My reaction, I thought it was a good episode. I don't agree with them, bringing back thing 1 and thing 2. But my only hope is, although I'm worried because I call the younger looking one thing 2. She was with Franklin, so I'm wondering why all of a sudden she got some connection. So I don't really care for them. I need for
They still
Jerome.
hitters.
I
Peaches
need
was
for
sick.
True. I need Jerome and Louie to take those 2 out because of what they did to Louie a while ago.
They
That's
already
what I
squared it
need.
up. They already
Maybe.
squashed the beef.
I don't know if you can squash a murder attempt beef. So that I don't care about. I hate to say it, but what Big Hamm said last week, Ken and I shot him down pretty bad about what he said about Franklin's love interest. But I see it. I hate to say it, but I see it, man. I
Murder
don't I don't
Urkel.
I
Don't
Murder
go
don't
there.
think
Urkel.
Don't go
Murder
there,
Urkel
man.
was an
I don't
accurate description.
I don't think she. I
Don't
don't.
go
I
there.
don't. I don't like her storyline right now, man.
I
So I'll
said
just
that.
leave it at that. I
I
do.
said that.
I agree. I don't like her storyline.
I
I
don't,
think
man. Listen, I don't fault. I don't. I don't fault them giving him a love interest. Ken want everybody to be asexual, but people are not. You gotta have to have a love interest. I don't fault that. Only thing that I said that might be controversial was that she was not attractive. That's Franklin
you
Saint.
said she
You know what I'm
wasn't
saying? You had to
attractive
give him
enough to be
a
his
more
love interest.
attractive love interest, bro. That's
Louis
all I
has
said.
been on my list.
So what,
So
Ken?
I don't know. Louis has never been on my list. So I don't know what he's talking about. I don't want people to have love interests.
That's a good
Angela
point.
was never on my list.
Mhm.
I don't mind people having families, but I'm just saying Franklin's the star of the show. This lady, Veronique, is not
It's adding nothing.
is adding nothing. She's
Yeah,
not
I agree with
progressing the
that.
show at all. She's just a
Mhm.
distraction to Franklin.
Yeah.
So settle down on that whole
Yeah.
asexual stuff.
Okay.
Settle
So
down.
back.
Gloria. What about Gloria?
Glory playing both sides, man. She
She's
messing with
not
Tommy
playing both
and she messing with
sides.
Vic.
Wait, this is a different part. That's a different part. So listen, back to my reaction. I still think stuff is happening. The Skully storyline, okay, Ken, they didn't have to, but since they did, let's ride with it. And it was interesting in today's thing. It's showing you that Louis is making the moves that she needs to make. Remember, let's go back to last season. Louis always wanted to work with Skully, right? And that was Franklin's
Right.
bad call to not work with Skully. It was Louis that wanted to work with Skully. Franklin wanted to work with Man Boy.
Franklin tried to kill him twice.
and Louis never got over that kind of rift that caused everything to happen
And I'm sorry,
because it was
Keith. I'm
Franklin.
sorry, Keith. And to be honest, the reason why they probably brought Skully back because everybody probably enjoyed his performance last season,
Okay, back
and
to
they
me.
felt like he needed to come back.
Back to my reaction. Nobody cares about what you saying, Ram. Hey, you know what? They bring him back. I
What
don't
is
need
wrong
your
with this
insight.
dude, man?
So my number one, got to go.
Listen,
I
let me
don't,
finish.
I don't
Let
know
me
what's wrong with
finish.
this dude, man. This dude
I
think he
don't know
ain't
either,
working,
man.
bro.
That joker, the power song. He think this moniker, the moderator, is going to his head, man. He think he
I
wanted
don't
to
know what's wrong with this
pulling the
dude, man.
thing.
Listen. They brought him back. I think it's good for Louis' storyline. But Franklin said it. Louis want to run things. Louis thinks she's the smartest. I don't like that beef between them, but I think Louis is the one that's carrying it on and keeping it going. Like Reed was right. That's like Ralph, that's like me and you in business, and then we get out of business, but you still got to go through me to do business. Like that makes no sense. You know what I mean? That
That's what
makes
I
no
said
sense.
last week.
Okay, so my last thing, which I meant to bring up last week, and I'm gonna bring it up this week, and it worries me because I think D-Ray is playing the heck out of this Peaches role. I am worried that they making Peaches on that stuff. Like they
No,
making it out like he
I
got
think
a
he got
cold.
AIDS, bro.
They, oh, you think
What?
so?
Yeah, remember his 80s, his late 80s. I think he probably got AIDS.
You don't
He's
I
think
mean,
it's
just
a,
sick.
a cold?
he
It's like
got
he's
this
sick. It ain't
constant
like
sickness, but
he's
he's
sick.
sniffing.
It's like he
See,
got a constant cold. It ain't like he
yeah.
Really? Is he
Mhm.
it's
always
like he
sick?
got
Something
cocaine
the past
sniffles.
this season, yeah. This season he been sick.
He been the last two episodes.
Yeah, he been
I
sick the
thought it was
last two
just this
episodes.
episode.
Last episode he was in the
He
car
was coughing in the
sniffing.
car.
Yeah, see, I
Hmm.
don't remember the coughing so much. I remember him sniffing. That's why I was wondering if he was on this dope. And
Dang.
see, that's what worries me. Like, I love this Peaches character. I think he came in season 2 or season 3 or something. But like D-Ray is playing this character exactly like you would want this type of person to be played. And now I'm worried that something's going on. So Ralph, he might be sick or like sick, or he might be on that stuff, which is still sick. So I'm worried about that. But I forgot to bring it up last week. And then this week when they carried it over, I was like, something's going on. Something's
I
going
didn't
on.
catch it last episode,
See, that's why
so
I'm the moderator,
go.
Ken. All right, Big Hamm, let's go
It's
ahead and let's go ahead and get into this guys to go segment. So you explained it. So we'll go ahead and let you go number one. Go ahead.
my number one got to go
Is the
is
moderator.
the undercover cop where the crooked cop who came in there cooking some ham hocks or something in the middle of the club. What's wrong with this dude, man? This man brought
A
this
pot.
man this man brought a pot of potted meat into the
How was it hot? How was he keeping it hot, man?
Sitting on the
it was smoking with no iron in the fire.
No fire. No fire source.
This
man.
man was in the club with homemade spam, cooking it in the club, talking about he would leave Louis to give up somebody. If that dude don't go somewhere, man, get this dude off the show.
Oh man, go ahead, Ken.
My number 3 got to go is Veronique. Veronique is still not adding things to the show. She was on my list last week. I'm not putting her on there for any physical attraction or anything like that. I'm putting her on there because she's not adding to the show. Even
This man tried to
this
kill the baby.
episode, she was in the office and talking to Franklin, and it's doing nothing for me, man. She's
It's
not
dull.
adding anything to the show. She needs to
It was
go.
dull. Yeah, no, you're right. It
It's
was
dull.
dull, man. Yeah.
Dull.
Yeah. All right,
Woo!
my number 3 is going to be in line with Big Ham. It's I think his name is Bo, and I think she called him Buckley this episode, but it's the cop.
Bo
It's the
Buckley.
dirty cop. Another dirty cop. Who
Dirty
who
cop.
would have thought? The only thing about this one is he kind of seems to be somewhat on the side of our criminal protagonist at the moment, since he's kind of
He
working
putting the
with Louis.
squeeze on him, man. He putting the
He
squeeze
putting
on
the
him.
squeeze on it too. He putting the squeeze on it too. But anyway, my number 3 is Buckley. And I'll go ahead and snake it back with my number 2. And my number 2, Big Hand probably ain't gonna like it. Ken might like it, but my number 2 is Skully. Skully's still too dangerous. He's still a wild card. He
He is a wild card.
still can turn on anybody. Like, okay, he felt like Louis and them smelled like possum, but they were coming back. And then if the dude was telling the truth, which Skully never denied it, he was gonna try to kill them the next go round anyway, and then
He
they
didn't
turned the
deny it.
tables. He
He
didn't
did not
deny it. He
deny it.
turned the tables, right? and then he killed his people so easily for betraying him, but seemed like he is okay to betray people. So it's a lot going on with Skully. Skully's an interesting character, like Ralph said, but I still want him guys to go. I wanted him gone last season. I want him gone this season. He's a wild card. He's dangerous. It'll come back on Franklin. Skully is my number two. Ken, who's your number two?
My number two locks up with you is Skully. I already foreshadowed it earlier in my reaction, man. Like you said, Skully's a wild card. He's dangerous, but I'm got to go on him because honestly, I don't like his character being recycled. Skully was one of the main antagonists last season, man. It's not like Skully was just one of the guys that was on the street that he could be rising up. Skully was the main antagonist for all of last season. Obviously, they had Khadijah and Manboy, but it was those three. And
that's
Skully
family.
Was one of the
they were basically the family. Yeah.
Family. Skully was the most dangerous.
Yeah,
and so I don't like the fact that
I think Khadijah got more dangerous after her daughter died, and she was doing stuff even messing up Skully. But I still get your point.
Yeah, but I don't like the fact that we recycling bad guys, and that's the problem that I had with it. Skully's a wild card. Everything you said is correct. But I mean, let it be fresh. Let it be a little bit more fresh. So Skully got to go.
That's a good point, Big Hamm, that Ken made about recycling bad guys. Obviously, we know these shows gonna have some good characters and they'll come and go and stuff like that. But Ken's right. Skully was like enemy number one for, if not all of last season, 8 of the 10 episodes or however many episodes, it was Skully. And for
all
them
the way
to
up
kind
until
of bring
Louie
him
talked
back,
about a killer there.
yeah, and for them to bring him back and he's still in this dangerous mode, like he never stopped. It's okay, Ken. I'll give you a point for that one. Go ahead with your number two, Ralph.
Even though I like this character, I think it's very interesting. My number two got to go is Skully. For all the reasons you said, and it's going to build up because, even though he's a good character, he's an interesting character, he's also very unstable. So something's going to happen where he's going to become a direct antagonist again. We know it's going to happen. And it's going to be interesting. It's going to be fun, and it's going to be very exciting when it goes down. But, of course, he's going to end up being a problem for our criminal protagonist. So my number two got to go with Skully. Like I said,
Ken, we're gonna let you jump in the mix and get your number one this time.
My number one got to go is a copy from last week, but also this week is more serious. It's Teddy. Teddy is my number one got to go, man. I love this character, but this Teddy this season, man, it is almost like he is directly opposed to Franklin, and I look at it like, the Reed or Teddy, whatever you call him, that Franklin used to work with, he was always the guy that Franklin went to for help. He was the one giving Franklin advice.
Almost, yeah.
And this season is like he doesn't trust Franklin. He's still working with him, but he doesn't trust him. He set up this whole little sting operation for him to spy on what he was saying to Gustavo just to try to understand what's going on. And I am not feeling that. I don't want this character to die, but obviously he needs to die because he is right now against Franklin. And it hurts me to put him there, but I'm just being real. I got to keep it real for the fellowship. Because Teddy is dangerous to Franklin right now.
Jeez, that's a good point, man.
My number one got to go was also Teddy. I'm locked up with Ken, man. On top of the fact that, we have these criminal protagonists, but we like we did with Ghost, they have an exit strategy. We want them to get their exit strategy. And Teddy is also going to be a hindrance to Franklin's exit strategy as well.
He already has been. And so that's another reason for Teddy to be on there. But like the way he's moving this time around, it just he seems more villain than companion. Yes.
He seems more villain than companion.
You're absolutely right.
He got to go, man. He got to go. And I know, Keith, you don't like us. This has been the second week in a row we had it. You don't like us saying he's one of our big guys. Look, man, something's wrong. Their relationship fractured. He the murdered family. Their relationship fractured. They've already got two different points of contention between each other. And then the third one was introduced when Franklin realized he was spying on him. So he got to go, man. He's no longer, even though we getting the drugs from him, he's no longer a partner, man. He is an antagonist to our criminal protagonists at this point in time. And so Teddy, Reed, both of them, they got to go.
Hey, so that's great points by you guys. I have to admit it. I don't think I can. Well, I can't put Teddy on my list because, like I said, I think he is our criminal protagonist with Franklin, of course. But I can't put him on the list right now. I also, in his defense, even though we know Franklin, Ted has been out of the game for some point, whatever between this season and last season. I think Rams at 2 years or something. So he got to get back in the game. He got to go back to how a real CA operative operates, and he has to do his surveillance on Franklin because he don't know what Franklin has changed in the 2 years. Actually, he does know probably. He was doing crazy stuff with Grady. He got this girl. He got this real estate stuff. So he probably wanted to check him out, man. And while I don't like it because I'm Franklin, I'm 50 Franklin, 50 Teddy, he's still doing what he got to do. And so I'll go ahead and get my number one, and it was a tough one for me this week. But I hate to do this, and I'm sure you guys are going to disagree with it, but I'm going to go the way of Kendrick when he did Wanda's teeth that time. And I'm going to say my number one got to go is the internal conflict or the beef between Jerome, Louie, and Franklin. Like that needs to be squashed. Like they can't move forward if they don't settle their dispute, and it's clearly some kind of dispute going on.
It's
and
Louie.
It came to a head.
It's not all three of them. It's Louie.
Hey,
it's Louie and Franklin.
Hey Keith, you took the easy way out.
What do you mean?
You probably made Louie your guys to go.
I don't want her to go.
Not this beef. You took the easy way out, man.
Nope.
You're right. Louie should be your guys to go.
Wrong.
Because it's her. Jerome, we already decided that Jerome was like,
Jerome want them back together.
I can't put Louie on there. If they got Franklin girl on there, then I need Louie on there.
Hey, if you gonna come, you gotta come hard. You've been talking crazy about us all day.
Come correct.
I want the beef between Louie and Jerome and Franklin to go. No, the beef is strictly with Louie. If you want beef to go, then you want Louie to go. Say it. Say it right now.
To go. The
say
beef
it. No,
is what I want to go.
Stop being a coward and say it.
Beef to go is what I want. All right, fellowship. This was a fiery episode today. I feel like Kendrick and Big Hamm, for some reason, attacked me when all I was doing was spitting.
This man,
no, man. We were responding to your attacks.
Yes,
you attacking us. You called our reactions trash.
Yes,
you said we added nothing to the show. You said you're gonna break up for the fellowship hall. It's gonna be the moderator. It's lonely at the top. You said all that in the episode, man.
Oh, fellowships, make sure you let us know if you want the moderator to take his smooth voice to it. No, just kidding. Fellowships, make sure you let us know what you thought about I Got to Go. And do you feel like that I took the easy way out by saying the beef instead of Louie? Because I don't want Louie on my list.
Absolutely.
Y'all not fellowships. I want the fellowships to let me know what y'all think about my reactions and all about I Got to Go list. And give us yours. It's tough to give a Got to Go when these early in the episode, even though the show has been going on for 4 or 5 seasons. It's tough for us to, pin somebody right now. But I just can't put Teddy on my list right now. I agree with the points these guys made, but I still think that Teddy has some reasoning for it. He's been out of the game for 2 years. He got to come back in, learn it, know everything. So he was doing surveillance on Franklin before they became partners. So he just backtracking and starting back over. So let us know what you think. Big Hamm, go ahead and close it out for us.
Hey, thank y'all tuning in to Fellowship Hall of the Twins and Rap as we review one of our favorite shows, Snowfall. Come back with us and rock with us as we will review this all season. So rock with us. Follow us on Facebook at the Fellowship Hall. Follow us here on YouTube, the Fellowship Hall. Like, comment, subscribe, interact with us there. Follow me on social media, Raphael Hammond on Facebook, and on Instagram and Twitter at HamDog22. And until we see you next time, fellowshippers, be blessed.
Be blessed, fellowshippers.